it off with our, hold on, wonderful video.
Awesome.
Okay, hope you. Oh, I don't hear anything now. What's going on? Okay, it's acting funny.
I always loved that thing so much anyway.
We were just listening to it, so I don't know what happened. I think I just have to resume presenting. There we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me just go back to the beginning. Okay, here we go.
In every corner of the world we stand, with open hearts and a helping hand. From cities bright to the countryside, we're making change with hope as our guide. Rotary, we're united for a better world ignited. Together we'll rise, together we'll shine. In the spirit of service, the future is ours to design. From education to health and peace, our mission is love, our work will never cease. Empowering lives one step at a time. With every project, we're building a climb. Rotary, we're united for a better world ignited. Together we'll rise, together we'll shine. In the spirit of service, the future is ours to design. To health and peace, our mission is love, our work will never cease. Empowering lives one step at a time. With every project, we're building a climb. Rotary, we're united for a better world ignited. Together we'll rise, together we'll shine. In the spirit of service, the future is ours to design. With every smile, down walls. In every heart the call of service calls. We light the way, we'll never fall. With Rotary strength, we can't stand tall. Rotary, we're united for a better world ignited. Together we'll rise, together we'll shine. In the spirit of service, the future is ours to design. So let's come together, hand in hand, for a brighter future across this land. With the Rotary Club, our dreams take flight, building a legacy shining so bright.
Are you, everybody? This is our Rotary meeting. Welcome, welcome. Oh, there you go, Marty. Okay, there we go. Okay. Sorry about that. A little technical difficulty. It's always funny. Over to you. Thank you for being here, everybody. We got our clubhouse opened. We have Anton, Daphne, Mustafa, Dr. Sasiva. How are you? We got Carolina, who's our member. That's why she's a moderator. And then we're here on the Google Meets. We have past President Marty. We got Quanta Dawn Light. We got our presenter, Chuck. We got Istiak Shanker, Alpha. We got 8 others too. We got BG Official, which is coming in with Chuck. We got Caroline, which is coming in also with Chuck. We got our President-elect Coach Richu. We got past President Dr. Pauline, and we have Fireflies, and who else right here? I think that's it right now. Sometimes people keep joining, but welcome. And Marty, would you love to do the honors to present our amazing guest today?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy today to present Chuck. His real name is Chuck Woody Eke. And Chuck has become a great friend of mine. The thing I can tell you is not all about his illustrious history and going to college and living here in the United States. I'd more like to mention that Chuck has recently come back from Africa. We were talking, in fact, one day he was on the train going through Eritrea. He knows Africa. He knows what's going on. He understands the people and the food and the customs and the heritage. And that's one of the greatest assets about having a friend like Chuck Woody. Originally from Nigeria, very proud, whoop, whoop, for Nigeria. So I know Ruby has also been talking with him, our club member. And Chuck is also a club member, a paying member of our club. So he has taken the plunge and committed himself on that 160 million per year in grants that Rotary hands out. He has said, I want to be part of that to make the earth a better place. And I think that's been the most amazing thing about having him here as a guest visitor. Last week he said it's not a complete relationship in my mind, the way I think and behave, unless I get on a plane and fly to the headquarters. I want to meet you personally. I want to sit knee to knee. I want to talk. I want to dine. And we took him to our family restaurant. So Chuck is a filmmaker. He is a producer and a director. He's also a musicologist. Don't let him fool you. He puts together music anthems and songs, and will get the right people to play the instruments or the music and the singer or the rapper. The first time I met Chuck, I tell you, he sent me a whole rap song about me, about Marty Mongello. So, and I asked him, Chuck, how did you put that together? He said, well, I'm a musicologist and I'm a choreographer and many different things, as a polymath and a polyhistor, but I'm also a director and a producer and a filmographer, and love the power of film. And I may not be the most famous person in the world as a director like Martin Scorsese or somebody, but I am getting better every day and every week the more and more I study film. So with that, I would like to introduce Chuck Woody Eke of Nigeria and America. He's a proud member of our club, the Rotary Club of Global Impact, and a proud member of Rotary International. Everybody, Chuck Woody.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we got you.
I'm really grateful to God for the opportunity today to be part of this great assembly known as Rotary Club of Global Impact. I consider it a rare privilege to be here. So I want to begin by saying hello, greetings to you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are residing. You are welcome to this great assembly known as Rotary Club of Global Impact. And of course, just as the name goes, the club is really having amazing impact in our global community. And that's why I'm so joyful and thankful to be part of this great gathering. I want to, since we're in the week of Thanksgiving, I want to begin first by thanking God who made it possible, who gave me breath, and my family. I also want to thank my mentor, my role model, Marty Mongello. Knowing him is like dream come true. And I just want to thank him for the amazing reception he gave me when I came to North Carolina last week. The way he received me, I've never gotten such reception anywhere in the world. From the family restaurant that's been around for 78 years to the United States Presidential Culinary Museum is exceptional. It's trailblazing. This man in our midst is a trailblazer. I don't want to talk about his qualities. You know him already. But to crown it all, he gave me this precious gift, which I now, from keeping it in a conspicuous place in my living room, I thought that wouldn't be enough. I decided to keep it in my study, in our study, in our family house. Can we just join me to give a round of applause to my mentor, my role model? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And also, I want to thank Ritu Chopra, the chairperson of the programs and the event committee, Patricia, and the rest of them. I don't know, keep going on because of time. The incoming president and the incumbent president, I thank you all for the roles you played to enable me become the guest speaker in today's meeting. Today, I'll be talking on the topic which are captioned the purpose of the Rainbow Fame, the purpose and global impact of the Rainbow Living Your Dream Fame in a world affected by racism, drug abuse, human trafficking, and illicit sex trade. Again, the topic is the purpose and global impact of our Rainbow Fame, Living Your Dream Fame, in a world affected by racism, drug abuse, human trafficking, and illicit sex trade. This has touched me so much that I felt in my legacy on planet Earth before I exit, I want to leave the Earth, this planet. I want to leave it better than I found it. What will be my contribution? What can I be remembered for? And these are the things I know that are quite conversant, that are quite associated with Rotary Club of Global Impact. They are everywhere in the world making impact, in South America, in Africa, in Australia, in continental US, in just name it, in Asia. And that's why we have the name Global Impact associated with Rotary Club. So I'm like, before I leave the arts, what will be my impact? What legacy am I leaving behind? So as I journeyed in my stay on earth, I transited from politics in my country. Before now, I had also served as commissioner in the oil development sector. But as I transited into the film industry, I found the power of film in transforming life, in creating change. And before I go further, there is a documentary I want us to just share. It's 15 minutes or less. Then I will just wrap it up. The director of our media team, BG, are you there?
Yes, Daddy, I'm here.
Okay, can we share screen and let's watch this documentary for the next 10 minutes, and I'll wrap it up in 5 minutes. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Imagine a world where dreams are not dictated by the color of your skin, the circumstances of your birth, or the challenges you face. Imagine a world where every individual has the power to rise above adversity and make a positive impact on society. Welcome to the world of Rainbow Living Your Dream. Today, I invite you to explore the purpose and global impact of this transformative film, a beacon of hope in a world affected by racism, drug abuse, sex trafficking, and criminality. Now, if you would please give me a bit of your time, I want to share with you the purpose and global impact of our film, Rainbow Living Your Dream, and how it can transform our world, our planet, affected by racism, drug abuse, sex trafficking, and criminality through the power of the silver screen. The Rainbow Living Your Dream film has multifaceted and interconnected purposes. Executive producer Chuck Hayke uses the power of film to inspire youths, young adults, Gen Z, and midlife adults planning career changes or new projects to pursue their dreams through disruptive innovations in research and development. This approach benefits humanity rather than promoting criminality, which has negative impacts on both the culprits and our global community. Now, let me share the significance of using print and electronic media to achieve our goals with a positive global impact. Through unique scenes and plots, Chuck uses his published books, graphic designs, and films to showcase the dangers of drug abuse and trafficking, as well as discourage organized prostitution and sex trafficking involving juveniles and young adults. Even in real life, sometimes we find that celebrities, millionaire professionals, and business moguls promote such illegal and criminal trade in narcotics and illicit sex. To live in a more secured, more peaceful, and safer world which advances our human civilization, each one of us needs to individually and collectively join hands with others to do our parts and not keep silent, by not allowing such decadence caused through drug trafficking and illicit sex trade and racial bigotry to keep flourishing. Interestingly, Chuck also uses his rainbow film to promote interracial relationships and multiracial exchanges in a world divided by racism, politics, sexual orientation, and class-driven decadence. Chuck revealed that the race-friendly plots in his film were inspired by the global protest which culminated from the police murder of George Floyd in 2020 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. There are more economic and socio-cultural impacts which are associated with Rainbow Living Your Dream Intercontinental Film. Next, let me introduce you to the captivating storyline of the Rainbow Living Your Dream Intercontinental Film. The unconventional but pace-setting fictional storyline of Rainbow Film is based on the real-life story, the legacy and mindset of Anderson Cooper, the famous CNN anchor. The amazing aspect of Anderson Cooper's history, which caught Chuck's attention, is the trailblazing fact that Mr. Cooper didn't depend on the affluence and influence of his family background to pursue his dream career in journalism. In view of this fact above, the chief protagonist of the film, Prince Rainbow Achebe, as the privileged son of a powerful and popular African king, admired Anderson as his role model. Prince Rainbow knows that Anderson, as a privileged descendant of the great Victoria Vanderbilt family, abandoned the wealth of his parents to go out there to pursue his dream. And he vowed to do the same and went away from his royal parents' home to mimic Anderson Cooper's mindset and action of not depending on his parents' wealth to successfully pursue his dream career.
Know that I will be like Anderson Cooper. I will not depend on your wealth to make my dreams come true. And just like Van Jones, once I have made it big, I will come back to this community and reach out to those youths with broken dreams that our government have abandoned. Oh yes.
You must be out of your mind. You must become a lawyer. That is more prestigious. Music is for boys that are not intelligent. They are hopeless and they see music as the easiest way out of their laxity. Nothing.
So, Prince Rainbow flees the palace and abandons royalty with the associated luxuries and privileges in pursuit of his dream as a celebrity musician and actor. But he wrongly begins his pursuit by going into drug trafficking, which almost cost him his life.
Now kneel before me.
Oh, I see kneeling is too hard for you to do.
Lie before me.
You think my boys need to tell me how you run away with a bag of cocaine? Huh? That they would tent snatching from sea lions? Now where's the market? Hope you brought it with you.
Boss, I had a running battle with Jimmy just because of a lady he intended to snatch away from me. So I had to sell the market at a giveaway price to raise money for my escape after Jimmy plotted to kidnap and kill me.
Jimmy, how the hell did you get in here? Over this
Nevertheless, through divine intervention, when he transformed his mind, he inadvertently meets one God-sent waymaker. And this divinely orchestrated meeting eventually culminates in the realization of his dream of becoming a celebrity musician and actor.
Dad, I've made it, man.
Rainbow, and who owns all these fleets of cars?
Dad, these are my cars. I've made it.
Praise God!
Oh, yeah.
My son has finally lived his dream. Hey, I'm happy. I'm happy. Come with your friends. Let's come on.
All right, Dad.
Let's celebrate this.
Come on,
Come on.
come on.
Essentially, this same divinely orchestrated scenario also played out in the lives of the 5 prostitutes known as the Lotus Sisters, who hitherto engaged in drug trafficking and illicit sex trade as ways to raise money to accomplish their different dreams. This is the juncture where Oprah Winfrey's transformation message and her rag to riches story flowed into the film. The accidental prostitutes, whom had contacts with Prince Rainbow, were attracted to Oprah's messages. By the time those messages began to flow into the lives of some of the prostitutes, they were already yearning for some sort of deliverance and empowerment because they were not hardened criminals and prostitutes. Hence, Chuck called them accidental prostitutes.
I dreamed that if I emerge the winner of this contest tonight, I'll be dedicating my ring to Oprah. Even if she's not here, I'll be placing my crown around the picture here in my hands.
Again, through divine intervention, just like the case of Prince Rainbow, the Lotus Sisters were rescued by a certain Western-style private foundation specializing in detox and rehabs of drug addicts, habitual sex traders, and juvenile delinquents on many streets of the community. Now let's explore the parallel protagonist plot in the Rainbow film. Chuck created a parallel protagonist, Prince LeBron Hakeem, to contrast and criticize the initial approach of the chief protagonist, Prince Rainbow Achebe, who started pursuing his dream by engaging in drug trafficking. LeBron, who's also mimicking Anderson Cooper's legacy and mindset of not depending on his wealthy parents to realize his dream, starts with the innovative mindset of developing a speed brake device that will benefit humanity, advance our civilization, and enrich himself from the sale of the device.
How are you?
I am good. And your mom is doing great. Just checking on you and also to find out if you made up your mind, like we've been talking about, to return to Nigeria and take care of our family estates and businesses.
No, Dad. I made up my mind even before you retired and moved back to Nigeria. I'm not living off of you or Mom to help me, achieve my goal of inventing the speed brake device.
One of the positively impactful lessons of the parallel plot is to prove that you don't need to engage in criminality to achieve your dream, because that's dangerous to society and deadly to the culprit. Let's delve into the crucial role of technology in the Rainbow film. Chuck showed plots with scenes demonstrating how we can utilize hidden security and surveillance cameras in our homes and offices to detect crimes and arrest culprits. Chuck highlighted the importance of hidden security cameras, which enabled police investigators to discover that the notorious drug baron Jimmy Baker scandalously framed Bishop Bill Gates for the rape of a prostitute, a crime he never committed, simply because Jimmy detested the bishop's preaching against drug abuse, prostitution, and trafficking.
Please, I don't want to hit you. I just don't want to hit you. Respect yourself and leave my office. Just imagine this case. Imagine this.
Somebody else!
What is this guy?
You can see for yourself. Your bishop just stole my blouse. He was raping me and I managed to escape.
Jimmy sends his drug-errant prostitute Obi to confront Bishop Gates in his office, tear her dress, go naked, and simultaneously raise an alarm pretending that the bishop raped her. This eventually leads to the arrest and detention of the bishop by the police. But before the court judge could sentence the innocent bishop, evidence from the recording of the hidden security camera exonerates Bishop Bill Gates. Finally, let's discuss the importance of giving back to society after achieving our dreams. Just like Oprah Winfrey and Ted Turner did with their dreams and achievements, as reflected in Chuck's latest book, titled Breakthroughs Through Breaking the Rules, both Prince Rainbow and Prince LeBron used their success to empower youths in their community. Prince Rainbow discusses this aspect of giving back the dividends of success to society, referencing Van Jones. Rainbow's parents, King Chinua and Queen Nene Chipe, see Van Jones as one of the reasons they convinced their only child to study law in university. But Rainbow, for a poignant reason, tells his parents, just like Van Jones, "Once I've made it big, I will come back to this community to empower the youths with broken dreams, youths that our governments have abandoned."
And just like Van Jones, once I have made it big, I will come back to this community and reach out to those youths with broken dreams that our governments have abandoned. Oh yes.
You must be out of your mind. You must become a lawyer. That is more prestigious. Music is for boys that are not intelligent. They are hopeless and they see music as the easiest way out of their laxity. Nonsense!
Interestingly, the universal conflict between parents and their children over career choices, with its global implications, is addressed by Chuck through the Rainbow film. Let's highlight the interracial backgrounds of the actors and the multiracial setting of the Rainbow film. First, it's important to highlight the intercontinental setting of this unconventional and trailblazing film with positive global impacts. Notable aspects include: 1. The film features 125 actors from multiracial backgrounds, including Caucasian and Black Americans, Asian and Spanish people, as well as Africans of Nigerian nationality. 2. The movie was shot in 6 cities across 2 countries and 2 continents. Each city offers unique multicultural settings. 3. The film promotes race-friendly relationships, mutually beneficial multiracial transactions, and intercultural exchanges, depicted in about 3 plots and 5 scenes. For example, the wealthy white investor Tom Brady dates and marries his corporate black fiancée, Gayle King. Meanwhile, the young black MIT graduate, Prince LeBron Hakeem, dates and marries the Caucasian white lady, Jennifer Aniston, who connects him to sell his newly invented speed brake with its patent rights to Tom Brady.
But there's some bald-headed black guy coming after you?
You mean my fiance?
Listen, just forget about him and marry me.
I don't care if he's black or white. He's my dream man. Marrying him is my dream. And you know what you are? A racist.
Jenny, I thank God for bringing you into my life.
Yeah, me too. It's so mysterious, but now I realize it's divine.
There are opportunities, capabilities, and wide scope for series and episodes over 3 to 4 years in the Rainbow Living Your Dream film. So I humbly call on us to collaborate with Chuck Heike to make this project one of your people-focused initiatives with sustainable global impact, especially utilizing films to combat drug abuse, human trafficking, and illicit sex trade in our racially torn world today. Let us begin the conversation and process here and now, please. Thanks for your time and support.
Yeah, thank you, BG. BG.
Yes, Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. BG is also the chief protagonist in this Rainbow Living Your Dream intercontinental film, shot in Hollywood format and standard. I thank you all for watching this 12 to 15 minutes documentary. Like I mentioned, or the avatar mentioned, let's start the conversation. This film is here to premiere. We are looking for investors to collaborate with and make sure that this film gets into Netflix, America, Amazon, or wherever they have a streaming service. This film is not about Chuck. It's not about my great mentor, Martin Mongello, but about the global community affected by these acts of drug abuse, illicit sex trading, and it's an area I know so well about, how they ship teenagers from Africa and tell them they have jobs are waiting for them in America, not knowing that they are coming here for prostitution, sex trade. We see what is going out there in the media, and soon some of them will end up in jail. And this kind of things start while little kids were in the primary school, no, I mean elementary school, colleges. So that's why we believe that we'll be able to use this film and go to schools, churches, everywhere, and begin to transform the lives of our kids, of our teenagers. So this film is actually meant for teenagers, young adults, the Gen Zs, and even the X generation, because this film relates with all demographics. It's 7-plot, fully loaded action thriller that you begin to watch, you don't want to get off, because you want to see the next action, you want to see the next action, and you see the dangers of drug trafficking revealed in the film. We try to use fictional characters, but these are things really happening in our days today. And the inspiration of this film, first and foremost, came from God. God inspires me a lot, gives me visions and revelations. So also, one of the inspirations for this film is the lifestyle of Anderson Cooper, a guy from such a royal background, I mean, such a wealthy background, from the Victoria Vanderbilt family. But he said he's not going to depend on the wealth of the parents, but how to go out there and pursue it and realize his dream in journalism. Today, he's a celebrity, TV personality. The same also applies to several other persons we can talk about. So we don't have to depend on bread and butter, you know, like be babysitted to ensure we have our dreams come true. We're just going to take the risk, of course, calculated risk, and go out there and pursue our dreams. It's possible to achieve your dream if you can venture into it. And that also you can find in my latest book that came out September this year, known as Breakthroughs Through Breaking the Rules. It's not that you're breaking the rules of government, no, breaking the rules of status quo, breaking the rules of naysayers, breaking the rules of those who tell you can't make it. And that's why we need to get together to see how we can make this film reach every part of the world, because it's a film that is educative, informative, also entertaining, but most of all, transforming. It can change lives. And that's why we need to take this film to schools, to colleges, to universities, where this film will be very, very useful. And I call on you to, join me in ensuring that this happens, even as we try to make our world more friendly. You see this US election that just went by, 5th of November, it was riddled, it was complicated with racial prejudices. And you see, one of the inspirations I had for this film to creating the race-friendly applause were the global protests that emanated from the police murder of George Floyd in 2020 in Minneapolis, in the state of Minnesota. So we can make this world a more friendlier place than we have it right now. And this has been the work of a Rotary Club of Global Impact. If you get into a Rotary Club, you see that it's so friendly. Otherwise, I can't imagine how Marty Mongello will give me such a reception. Everything paid for, the food, everything. He left busy things he had to do to just take care of me. And this is what he's been doing, because while we're there, he's calling Nigeria, he's calling somewhere in Kenya, he's relating with Black people, he's relating with Spanish people. That's the world that our Creator God originally intended for us, that we will live in harmony in a race-friendly world. Let's join hands together and see how we'll be able to meet with Anderson Cooper and meet with Oprah, who also are in this film, technically speaking, and together with you, with Rotary Club of Global Impact, yes, we can achieve this dream. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
That was wonderful. Hats off to you. Thank you. And have you submitted this into the film festivals? Because we could send you in the right direction. This belongs in the film festivals as a short. I believe it has a lot of potential, because what I am going to jump right in there, and then I'm going to open it up for any questions. If you could spare a few more minutes with us, thank you so much. Opposed to the movies that have the same substance, right? Those movies that we see seem to be glorifying that type of behavior, where you bring it to attention in a raising awareness as a documentary, as a betterment of, the good. So I thank you for that. And I don't know if you want to add to that, but again, thank you so much. And we're going to open it up for questions. Over to you, Chuck. Any questions? We don't hear you, Chuck. You're on mute.
Thank you so much. And I'm saying that I'm going to look into submitting this project to the film festival, and then we can go from there. Like many films I watch are just films that glorify illicit sex trading, films that glorify drug trafficking, but not like this. This one is educative, it's informative, and transformative. I want a world that will be better than I found it by the time I leave. That will be my legacy, helping in transforming the world. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. And we got Marty. Marty, go for it.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how many takes did you do of the king slapping his son across the face? Was it 8 or 10 takes? I think the most takes I ever witnessed was Chris Christopherson, 78 takes. Take 78. And action. How many takes was it of getting slapped?
Remember, it's right here. PG, can you answer that question? Is it 10, take 1, take 2, take 20? How many takes?
I think we did it just once. We did it once because he didn't mime the slap. He did it real, like he really slapped me. So I told the director that I won't try it again. So we just did it once.
And did you add a slap effect to that slap, or was that the authentic audio slap?
No, that was real. The sound you heard that sounded like an effect was his bangle that fell on the floor.
Oh, yes. I liked the visual cut of the camera to the bangle. I enjoyed that cutaway.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Agreement. Anybody else? We got Shankar has a heart, and we got Coach Fritu. Go for it. President-elect, over to you.
Yeah, Chuck, first of all, congratulations. This is a work of passion, because until you feel the pain and see the pain among others, something like that doesn't really come into going that far, creating a film. As a filmmaker myself, so I can tell it's dedication. You in the beginning mentioned you wanted to take it forward, in the United States, there are many, many NGOs, college campuses. There are multiple platforms I can share with you offline that I am aware of, would really love to invite you to speak or air your film. But here's a caveat a little bit. Just make sure that in US, we also have some legalities of things. So those are covered, which I don't want to go in this meeting right now, but based on my knowledge, I'll be more than happy to share with you because of the copyrights issues and people, et cetera, et cetera. So the main point that I want to make here is when you mention young adults and teenagers, this is a key topic right now due to the video games and due to the other social issues. When kids are thrown outside the house, they get picked up by these pimps, so-called pimps, and end up into human trafficking. And this happens to be a very big problem right now in US that I am aware of. In some other part of the country, other part of the world I'm aware of, where human trafficking is very prevalent. But coming back to the platforms to spread your message, I will reach out to you and share what I know.
Thank you, Rito.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing this awareness out in the open.
Thank you so much, Rito.
And where can people see this now?
Yeah, because the film has not premiered, we're not showing it anywhere yet. Want to make sure an investor lays hand on it, and then they can go from there.
I'm going to provide a link here for a film festival entry, just in case you're interested. I put the link in there, and I think it's a stepping stone. And Marty, what do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the good things about our film festival is it's for films that are trying to get made. So, you know, like in this case, Chuck has brought it forward. He's saying, here's a sample of what it looks like. And if somebody wants to step in, you know, with a budget, this is where we ask the filmographers in their submission to put in your film submission what you are looking for, where you will be shooting, and how you want to achieve distribution, which is so critical. So an example would be our film festival is not a film festival to come and watch a film and enjoy yourself for the evening. Ours is, you know, in the presentation, which has to be 20 minutes or less, it showcases we're looking for $82 million. We have 6 country shoot locations. We believe a full production crew of 400 people or less will facilitate professional filmography with shoot. We've got 3 helicopter scenes that we want to do with a ball camera. Each of these are $185,000 on a rental fee of 4 hours. And then we have a yacht scene that we're going to film off the coast of, you know, so this type of presentation with the facts, figures, numbers, budget. And then, you know, of course, anybody that's putting money into this, like family offices, take the you know, family out in Las Vegas who decided they wanted to invest in Super Troopers. They had never made films before in their life. Their family office had never invested in films, but they decided, hey, let's put 200 million into this. Okay. They did. It was a huge success. They then made Super Troopers 2. So this is what all family offices, all hedge fund owners, all private equity firms are juggling and thinking and considering with a credit committee. Do we want to invest in this? Do we want to invest in the dog cleaning company? Do we want to invest in the private storage company? Do we want to take like a certain amount of money and allocate it into film. And when they're looking at that, they're asking Patty, how am I going to make my money back? This guy's only talking about all the people he needs, 400 people, 3 helicopters, a yacht, 82 million. Where is the facts and figures in the submission of distribution and how they expect to make the money back? And like most greedy people, they're obviously asking, how much cash am I going to make with profit? And so until these hard, difficult questions are answered, we see a lot of filmmakers fail at what they're doing because they don't address profit and distribution. And so that's what our film festival focuses on. So yeah, I would just have those things to add today, Patty.
Thank you for that. And Chuck, before we go back over to you on Clubhouse, I'm going to share the screen here now that you're done presenting. That I just want to hold on. Let me just go to open up here. Anyway, we're on Clubhouse, and I do want to say welcome to David and our member Bella and our friend April, and all the mods here are members, and we are simultaneously streaming on Google Meets. You just missed the short movie by filmmaker Chuck Eck, and he's also a new member. So welcome, Chuck, as a new member to our Rotary Club, and he does amazing videos raising awareness on racism, on drugs, on child trafficking, on organized illicit sex trade. And these are really important subjects to bring to the table in awareness. And now, as I was commenting as a viewer and as a listener to the presentation, what came to mind is a lot of these movies are made, but they're glorified, right? And there's nothing good about that stuff, so I'm glad that you're bringing another layer of awareness that's going to be for the betterment of the world. And the fact that you are following your purpose and you are a man of God, that just makes it all the better. So Chuck, over to you for some closing remarks and any more questions from anybody here on Clubhouse. We have Dr. David and April and Bella, or anybody here on the Google Meets. Chuck, over to you.
Thank you so much, Miss Graham. I got it right.
You can call me Patty. I don't know why I keep trying to change that on here. I don't know why I keep having an issue. It keeps coming up my company. But Patty, call me Patty, please.
Okay, thank you so much, Patty. You've been a positive influence on me, particularly today. We having this meeting of which you made me the guest speaker. As we've mentioned, it's a collaborative effort. I believe in teamwork. Nothing gets done individually. No one has ever succeeded on its own. God is placing people right, left, and center everywhere. Just like this very project involves so many hands. But actually, the copyright part of it, they're all taken care of. What we just showed is just a narration of what is in the film. And we took off like 2 or 3 scenes. And I want to apologize for the glitch in the audio in 2 or 3 scenes there. I think it has to do with media or network. Other than that, this film is ready to go. It's a buffet ready for those who will come and consume it. Investors can take it off from our hands. And I want to assure you, this film is not only entertaining with the thriller actions in it, but it is also transformative. In this film, more than 99% or about 99% of the actors who were engaged in criminality, in prostitution, in drug trafficking, all got transformed and gave their lives to Christ. That's why the genre for this film could be gospel. But the fact we're trying to push here, we're not here to win an award. This film is shot with a mindset like, yeah, we can make it Grammy, Globe. It's competitive. But what we want to win is the souls of many millions of teenagers, the souls of many young adults who are already abusing the use of drugs, those who are already in trafficking in South America, in Mexico, in Latin America, in Africa. And we are starting a non-profit organization to be called a certain name just to challenge and address the issue of drug trafficking and human trafficking, which is so much going on in Africa. And we can feel the impact here in America, where celebrities and professional career men are indulging in this kind of evil. This is not the culture that the Puritan founders of America had in the beginning. This is a kind of wrong culture. So this film is about winning the souls of people who are on the street doing drugs and all that. And that's why this film can be shared in schools, in colleges, in churches, everywhere, through your help, through your support. Yes, like Barack Obama will say, together, yes, we can. Thank you so much.
Yes, we can. And I just want to mention, I believe I was the glitch for the audio because I was coming in with my simultaneous meeting, and I believe I caused that. So please don't apologize.
Because when we did a test run of the video last night and today, it was just perfect. So I was kind of.
It was me. It was me. I'm so sorry.
That's
oh
fine.
Gosh, I apologize. I didn't think that was going to happen when I was coming in. But thank you, Chuck.
You are so great. I cherish you and all you've done today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I would like to bring to attention another member as we get to know each other for future meetings and even off meetings and offline on our own accord is hopefully we could connect. And Charlene, she was an award-winning, she did a short. She does also along the same lines of what you're doing, more focused on the cyber side of things, but child protection as well, and also child protection from sex trafficking, but on the cyber side of things. And you're doing it more on the real world side of things, and they're all real anyway. But Charlene, right, Marty? Am I correct? I can't pronounce her name right, so I don't want to.
Yeah, Charlene Doak-Gebauer. Yeah. Her film has won 26 different awards worldwide for mostly child internet preying and preying on children on the internet, and even kids committing suicide and things like that, and doing photographs of themselves nude and sending them across the internet and then being threatened and extorted.
That's great. It would be nice to meet with him. Also, I want to touch base with Coach Ritu so I can get the information about NGOs and all that to promote the film before it premieres.
Yes, Chuck, I have your email. I will schedule some time to meet if you would like. Otherwise, I'll send you some links and we'll work it through. And sometime after Thursday, the holiday. So let's schedule time to meet.
Okay. Thank you so much. Once again, thank you, my mentor, my role model. You've done so much already in a short time. I've become a member of Rotary Club of Global Impact. It's a great honor to be the guest speaker in today's meeting, where we have members of the board of directors and chairs of different committees. I'm really, really honored, and I give thanks to God who made all this possible. I want to thank you all for your support, and also thank my wife, Mrs. Caroline, for all the support she's been giving me, and also Master BG, who worked today as a media director in presenting the video, and has also been so helpful in the production of the film, serving not only as the chief protagonist, but was also a production manager, location manager. He's a very, very great guy, multitasking, at various fronts. To you all, I say thank you, and to God be all the glory. Thank you.
Thank you. And before we close up, I just want to bring a little attention to the clubhouse. I shared the screen, as you can see here. Me and Marty are on both. We have our Bella is also known as Bella, Linda Rigby and Carolina and Dr. David from the from the PIC TV network, and April, who is in Hollywood. She's a stunt coordinator, and she's here on Clubhouse as a guest. And I just want to say hello on their behalf. Does anybody want to share before we close up, or any questions? We got Bella. Go ahead, Bella.
Thank you, Patty. I just wanted to say shalom to everyone. This is such great.
Yeah, the board of directors. The person's living well.
Yeah, go ahead, Bella. We got you. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry. He had his mic was glitching. So Chuck, Bella is on Clubhouse and she just wants to express her sentiments. Go ahead, Bella, if you could repeat.
I happen to work with the office of the mayor, and that's something that's dear to our hearts. So I just want to say hats off and congratulations. Patty, I hope you heard you.
Thank you for that. We heard you. We had a little technical issue at the very tail end, but we did hear that. And Chuck, were you able to hear Bella? She was coming in on Clubhouse.
Yeah, she was essentially saying she's down in Atlanta, Georgia, and works in the mayor's office every day. And she was saluting Chuck and thanking him for addressing these issues in general, because she's the chairperson of education for this club. And I know we've had some new stuff pop up in asking her this week to form up a simple one-page criteria where members of this club who are paying members could bring forward potential scholarship awardees, to where we could start to award scholarships on top of the 200 scholarships per year that we award, which are very important through Rotary, by the way, everybody. Those, when you get a scholarship with Rotary, you pick the institute on earth that you want to study at. We have a new one opening up in February, which is going to be in Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey, a brand new university. And so the student gets the full ride. So they get airfare, all of their food, room and board, lodging, plus the full scholarship and all books and fees. Rotary pays for everything. There's no gaps with Rotary when you get a scholarship. And so we're handing out close to 200 of those per year. But we've asked Bella to make some type of criteria where members only could submit scholarship proposals. And so as the chairperson of the membership committee, I sent her that information and request yesterday.
Thank you. And also we have ISTIAC on the queue. Before we go to ISTIAC, we also have smaller scholarships that we have some money in our foundation that could also go for like smaller scholarships for like books or such as well. And we're gonna, we're gonna keep developing all that beautiful stuff. But ISTIAC, over to you.
Yeah, sorry, but Richie just pointed out that someone was in the group, was a non-member actually, was promoting some apps. I do want to mention that we are not, we don't endorse any of these apps. So please, download and use with caution. Thank you.
And Patty, how do we share screen today? I don't see that feature available at the bottom.
You are an admin.
Yeah, I made everybody admin, but you came in like right at the very beginning where
okay.
I skipped you. I'm sorry.
Okay. I put a link to the new page on our website for everybody to where they can see, and I can also put that link in the chat again for everyone. and it's really our good works page. So this is dealing with the 3 orphanages and the new pennant program, which is a trading penance. So let me just put that into the chat here. Okay, let me see. Well, looks like the chat has also disappeared.
That's weird. I made you co-host, so you should have that availability. So that's strange. But
Let me turn on chat.
Pauline, come on in and say hello.
By the way, we have Alf who wants to say something.
Oh, there it is. There, okay. I got
Alf?
you guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
If I may.
Hello, everybody, especially to Martin Mongello. He making this opening panel. It's true, like your friend say, I'm no member, just a new one who just discovered. I'm just inviting. That's why I look like observer. I'm very proud too about the guest house, Mr. Check AK. I met somewhere else and find him again in this panel. I'm very proud about his innovation. Filmmaker, life and crime and most influence can destroy Africa. Very proud of people too, like Martin about all initiative and it's just like a new experience for me to meet people. Maybe most people heard my name but never see my face. Yeah, I'm very proud to meet you too, and especially Martin maybe understand my point. And
Thank you so much, Sharif. It's good to see you, Sharif. You're in Senegal, right?
Yeah, right now I'm in Senegal. I'm in Dakar, especially.
Yeah, and we've asked Sharif to take us up on some of our open bandwidth because we are getting more and more requests across the earth. And so we've started to build those now on this page. You'll find this page when you come onto our website, rotaryglobalimpact.org. It's right down here, our good works, okay? And that'll take you into our page. And so when you come in, it's now talking about the primary mechanisms that we use to gin up money. And so those are highlighted here for everybody to see, and they're hot linked. Of course, the Rotary Foundation, you know, this allows a person to tap into that 160 million per year in grants, so that money never needs to be paid back. That's given away across the earth for over 100 years now. And this is, people often ask, where's my money going? You know, I'm paying $3.75 per week to be a member of this club. Right now, this year, you know, you can see our statistics of what we're doing in disaster response grants, 1,287 global grants for 72 million. You can see what we're doing in program of scale. Generally, we've been focusing very heavily in Egypt this year, and also in Gaza. We just did 500,000 US dollars to stop polio in Gaza. So we have a lot of different areas of focus, and you can see how we're doing with those, and total funding in millions of US dollar. So this is where all the money is going to. And I'll just go back to that page because we were right here, and I clicked here at the Rotary Foundation. And then we have the Presidential Center, the Charter Disc Club. We have USAID that does 86 billion per year. We're the largest aid provider on earth. I've studied the French programs, the Russian program, the Chinese program, and the Saudi Arabia program. They're good, but we are the largest aid provider. And if you'd like to go into global grants and district grants, you can click right here. This is a new link that we're sharing today for the first time. And this is at matchinggrants.org. So this is where we encourage people, like, take a look at the district grants that are going on.
Yeah, I will be documented, like you tell me. I will be like very checked and very documented about all brochures, like I do usually. and to be very familiarized with Rotary engagement around the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we very appreciate all humanitarian relief. They're very engaged. That's true. They're very engaged everywhere. And
Very,
that's
very important.
Mhm.
And I'm just switching the years to see all the activity going on here. So right now we're in 2024. You can see in Uganda, you can see all these different things that are going on. These are all active grants under district grants.
Yes.
Okay, Port-au-Prince in Haiti, and you can see everything that we're doing in every single grant. And you may see some type of parallel information for our members and friends out there that you want to jump in on and get involved in. And so then you can see like the ones that still need money here, is still looking for $5,500 and exactly what they're doing and where they're working. Let's go in and take a look at this one here in Tijuana. For instance, you'll get an explanation of what this is about and who the club is. It's San Diego Coastal Club, and who their district is 5340. And then you can start to look at the financing of what they're trying to do and any documents, photo, or history log. Okay. And so if you go back, also remember now we're just on district grants here today. And I wanted to showcase, if you guys go back to global grants, are a little bit bigger. Our global grants have a minimum of 40,000 US dollar and the maximum of 400,000 US dollar. Okay. So again, here you could see, like, take Uganda, Nigeria. This is a community project here. And so this is part of the Forest Neighborhood Project. And this has been decimated by climate change and overuse. And so we're trying to work on this one, the area's water drainage configuration, and then plant 600 trees. And this will help 1,000 residents that live in the area. So you can go in here now that you know how to get in, and you may ask yourself, who are the clubs involved with this? Okay, so the club that lives there in Nigeria is the Apple Club, and their district is 9127. And the contact is Abdullahi Idris, and here's his email. And then you may say, well, to get a global grant for hundreds of thousands of dollars, I'd like to do 3 per year where I live, in Senegal or Sierra Leone or Nigeria or Togo. It wouldn't matter, And who are the other clubs? Because when you do a global grant, you always have to have another club. They do not allow only one club to apply. You have to have another club that is not in your country. Okay, that is the rules. And so here we see that this other club is from Denver, Colorado. They're the Denver Mile High Club in District 5450. And everybody knows that our Earth is divided up into Rotary districts. And they have a grant number already. It's right here. So this has been submitted. And then we can go into the financing of this. This is going to be a $51,000 project. And you can even contribute. Like, say you have $5 today. You could do that. You could add $5 right now. Or you have a friend that lives in Virginia and another friend that's living in Germany, and they're going to put 5 in. You can do that right here, right now. And then, of course, they have their documents and photos, which will be added later. And so this is a big project in Nigeria, in Abuja, that's going on right now. And you can do this all day long. That was just one that I showed you. El Salvador, India, Mexico, Kampala. You can see here Brazil, Guatemala. These projects are going on all over the world, and you can see how much money, like, this is what they need, 789,000. Okay. So in Uganda, you can see the current status, like on that one, is they need 50 grand. So they're very close on that. The savings group, they're very close. Look at how close they are. Okay.
All right.
They only need another $50,000. They got $4,000 from the club in Uganda, They got $24,000 from the Westlake Village Club of California. So they're very, very close. And if you look at like what do their documents look like, they're very, very intelligent documents written in English by very smart people.
Mm-hmm.
And so
yeah, that's gonna help a lot. That's gonna help a lot.
Yeah, this is critical that you have somebody smart in your group. I don't care if it's an 18-year-old kid that knows how to type English and can write English and can put the correct stuff together to be successful and get it approved. But I want everybody to now know that this page is up, and these are all the projects that we're working on right now.
All right.
So go in here and you know, Toilet for Life in Uganda, and the surgeon training in Mombasa, in Kenya. Look at all these projects, a lot in Uganda. So, you know, that we say in America, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, you know, and some of them are finished, like the diabetic eye care for $48,000. This one is finished in India. It's all the money's been pledged, so they're done. Now they may take like 1 year to finish it and photograph it, and then you have to send in a documentation report showcasing everything that's done and the celebration day with grand opening. But I want everybody to go in here, like in Ghana, we were looking at Ghana yesterday, Nepal, Cameroon, the WASH project. I think this is pretty exhausting. Here we are in Zimbabwe. Pretty exhausting list here. You also had interest in Mauritania and Sierra Leone, Sharif.
All right. Mauritania is like a good place, but they like, how to say that? They're not very documented in Rotary, like Senegal. Senegal, I see the group of Rotary is like 45 members.
Right.
But, yeah, 45, something like that. And I see them engagement around the country, you know. Yeah, there is nothing like we don't like. Every single action is welcoming. And we encourage all of them. They just need to emphasize like more projects, like you say, or volunteer, and to be very like to social local people, because like here government change and people mentality to change, you know, about reality and many things, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, they need to be more engaged and more informative, means to let people know who they are and what they do. That's the most important, you know, because most people here in Africa, especially in West Africa, have just an idea about Rotary, but they don't know truly the engagement and what they do really. Because when you say Rotary, they're thinking about club. Yeah, right. But they're not thinking it's like maybe organization who participate in humanitarian relief, environmental relief, social relief, health, and so. You know, they're not thinking in just that level. They're thinking about something else, you know. And that is only the fence between like the social and the organization. But without that, I see no problem about engagement, because I see it's just like a working help for everybody. And everybody needs that help in Africa.
Yeah.
And truly, yeah, it's like, how to say that, honest way to like participate in economic and social development of a country where we see something is damaging, and yours come to recover and working in that way, and we welcome all of that. Yeah, very welcome.
Yeah, exactly. And so I thought it was very good to now list all of the grants that are going on. So then when you click on that, you're going to be able to see, and this is where you get ideas of like who to contact and who to call and who the governor is and what is the district for Ghana, what is the district for Senegal, what is the district for, you know, Nigeria, and who's in charge there in Rotary, and what are their names, what is the phone number, what is the email. And so this is where you guys are going to go. You're going to come in here and click in here and see every every grant and every project that we're working on that you could.
Well, Marty, can I just jump in there for a second? Because
Yeah.
I was on here, right, when we were on there with Janita yesterday, going through some of these for Ghana, and we could, do the pledge. And when you do a pledge, it means you're just promising to pay when the grant does get approved. There's no money down. You're just pledging. But then when you do pledge, it credits your club, and then there's the information on the organizer. So you could directly contact the organizer. But I want to bring attention to, it's not just the global grants. I found some district grants that I was playing around with, and to my surprise, I saw here in my own community some stuff that is already approved, like the Wall Street Club, the E-Club on Wall Street. They were approved to get meals for the holidays, and Chinatown, there was another club in Chinatown giving meals to the homeless. So it's not just the global grant. So we are a global club. So you can go on here, look at the district grants that are going on, and also say, hey, I wanna be a part of this, in your own district, in your own community. So I just wanted to bring attention to that too.
Absolutely. It's easy to do. We've got it organized for you here to where you can see every single thing going on. This is one that we have pledged. You can see here the Global Impact Club has come in. So far, it's $25. This is how you can come in with as little as $5. If you're interested, you can see all the documents when they go out and interview the community leaders and do a community assessment. This is one of the required things at the foundation page. There is a blank document for doing, the community assessment and workforce development. And they put pictures in here and what they want to do, whether they want to build bathrooms or brand new plumbing with water, whatever it is. They need 62 computers in the school with desks. Each desk is $400 US. The computers are $1,500 each. Whatever it is, they're going to explain all that in the document and, submit this for approval. And they may have photos of the people who are involved, and then, the project design, the different phases they expect to go through. So Rotary is very organized, and they're not giving away the $160 million US to people who come in and say, I'll punch you in the face and you give me the money in a trash bag right now. They're not doing that. But they do have a policy that if anything you don't have or is done incorrectly and need help with, that no grant is denied. So we will work with you. We will help you. We will assign the advisors. If they come back and say your grant is denied because you don't have sustainability, you didn't show how you're going to maintain this and keep it working, so we now need you to do that to demonstrate sustainability or a maintenance plan. And so they'll work with you in the Global Grant Office to get whatever it is that you want to get approved. And this one is $203,000. The other one I had up in Nigeria was $288,000. But you can see, this is just a smart person. Might be a 16-year-old kid who knows how to write English very well, or an 18-year-old. It could be an 80-year-old who is a former teacher from the University of Nigeria and is bored and has nothing to do and wants to be part of something to help the world. And I'm just going to go back to the new page on the website, because underneath there, you did notice all the games that we shipped to Ukraine and the orphanage and the schools.
Yeah.
And there's a film there that if you click on the film, it'll take you to
My name is Dr.
YouTube page, and you can watch that movie that was made during Dr. Pauline's presidency. And so that's there for you. That was just a clickable right here. See the short film. But then here's our strategy, a 10-year strategy into 2032. And we talk about all the projects we're working on, the $203,000 to Ukraine for the hospital, the battered women's shelter in Ghana, that's $73,000. Other grants that we've done, and that's the trading banner program. And the one thing I want to say about that is that the trading banner It's not my design that we're doing Marty's design or Istiak's design. This is actually a contest that we opened up yesterday. If you would like to design the trading banner for this club, every club has one, and we're going to go on ahead and get ours done. These are little miniature, and you can hang it up on your wall in your office. But if you would like to design our club, banner, please submit your sample design. So we're opening that up today with an announcement today, November 26th, Patty.
With the exception of a particular branding with Rotary, there are some compliance, the way Rotary is presented, the name Rotary and the cogwheel. Other than that, yes, I think it's awesome.
Yep, the cogwheel, right there.
Yeah, Marty?
Yeah, go ahead.
Please, I have an appointment at 1 p.m., a prior appointment.
Oh, that's okay.
We're going on overtime, so we thank anybody.
You can leave anytime you want, good buddy. We love you.
We're on overtime already. But
I also wanted to ask again, the lady who works in the office of the mayor in Atlanta, like to get her information so we can collaborate.
Yeah, I put it in WhatsApp for you.
She spoke earlier and commended my presentation, but I didn't get her name. And
her name is Bella. I put it into the Rotary International Friends group for you.
And she's also a member. She's also a member, and she's part of she's a chairperson for the education chair. So that's great. So I'll let her know, because you just missed her. She just jumped off the clubhouse, so she just missed that message.
Yeah, it's in the WhatsApp right now.
Let her know I appreciate her commendation. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So please submit your designs for the new trading banner program right here, guys. And then we're going to open it up to start accepting orders once we have the design accepted and voted on. And we have Janita K. Burke right here. She is going to Accra, Ghana with the orphanage there all the time. And she's an attorney. And also there's a link to her website right here. So she's also looking at doing a music event very soon because she loves music. But also here we have Anab Ali with the Rio Rack Foundation, the 4 orphanages in Kenya and Somaliland. So there's a direct link to Anab Ali. I'll just share that tab there. So if you click and go in. And the last one, of course, is Patty Fudenberg. Patty, we've got her link here to Michigram. But Patty has been working on an orphanage in Liberia. So these are all the big projects. And this is also meets the requirements for Shankar Damodaran and Pauline, Dr. Pauline. They wanted to have a page where people's passion projects could be seen on the website. And folks will be able to click and how do I get a hold of them and what's it about and what are they doing? So this page is going to be growing, guys, bigger and bigger and bigger, with photographs and more links to films and everything that we're doing across the world.
I didn't mention that, Marty, sorry to interrupt, but Alf has had his hand up for a long time now.
Oh my God, Alf, go ahead.
So.
Yeah, Alf in Germany, are you there?
Yes, I am. My apologies. I got invited. I don't know whether it was intentional or by mistake.
Oh no, you're welcome to come in anytime.
And I apologize, Istiak, for posting the message. The message was Marty did a smart thing to remind us that time's up. We should be joining the meeting, and so he did a global call to everybody. And I happen to have been left on the call with Duchess Letitia. And
Duchess Letitia, yeah.
Yes. And she asked me to relay the message that she's currently doing an Apple TV app, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know why you're telling me this. I've got no idea. I was quite surprised at the call. And so I offered to relay the information to you, and hence I put it in the chat. So again, as I say, apologies for disobeying your rules, but I didn't know what your rules are.
No, I don't know if we are very strict on that, but Ritu brought it up, and I thought, and by the way, I couldn't. It's been a while, all right. So I couldn't recognize you as well, all right.
Yeah.
So I know.
It's not a problem. I just wanted to apologize for that, so that others don't take it as a standard thing. So thanks for bringing it up and pointing it out. She's left them information on the WhatsApp anyway. And the other thing I wanted to know is I'm not too familiar with God forbid me for saying this, with the Rotary membership. I mean, I'm in Germany. One of my friends who unfortunately passed away during the COVID times invited me to join back in Accra, Ghana, where I'm doing some work with the youth there. And I just got back from doing a big talk at the nation as a keynote speaker on space and various technologies, how we can use it in agriculture and various things. But the point I wanted to ask is how, because I understand you can't be a member unless you're invited by another member. And you are a global
invite given. All right. If you want to join, we are a very open club. So, consider it, already in your mailbox.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's invited, and some people join and they just put my name down.
Okay. Yeah. So is it so do I have to join Germany, or could I join this global? Because I'm not too sure whether you're a global.
We are a global
which
company.
means
We
that
are a global organization, yes.
the whole earth and anybody can be a member of your club, or whether I have to go to
I put the link. I put the link in the chat. The benefits of being our club, the benefits of being in our club is that you're not restricted to anywhere in the world. If you were a member in your community, then you're going to have a little bit more restrictions. We're global, so we get to go anywhere. I mean, if you want to remember, you are allowed to go to any club anyhow, but this is a little bit more broader. Your horizons are a little greater. So those are the benefits.
Okay. Fair. Thanks. Thanks, Patty. Thanks, Patty, because it was something I wasn't too sure about, and I think there are probably others on the line who might not be members so I thought I'd bring up the question, and if it's elucidated here, then we can get on with it. Because I was the president for the Humanitarian Relief Fund for the European Space Agency, and we did similar stuff, and we had what we call the project activity forms, where we went through, if you wanted a project, anybody could bring the project, but you had to go through the form, say what the project was, make sure it was going to the people on the ground, make sure it was sustainable, make sure that there were not any ongoing costs. So you couldn't, for instance, pay for the salary of a teacher or something like that. You had to have, fixed boundaries, fixed costs. So it looks something similar. I'm still a member of them, but I'm no longer the president. But so yeah, I'll have a look at your form and the activities. And thanks, Marty, for going through and setting up that website that shows all the projects, district and global. That's also very handy and very useful.
Yeah, it updates about every twice a day, so it's very accurate.
That's a lot.
I also, Alf, I find great information because some clubs get exhausted on a 2 to 4 year journey, like funding. We built, one day I was on with a billionairess, Paula Schwartz, and she said, "Oh, I live in Samos Island, Greece." I looked that up. I was like, very interesting, Paula. Did you know that we built 5 dental clinics? One was on Samos and 4 other islands. She was like, what? I showed her all the news information from the web. But historically speaking, Alf, it's very nice that you can go through what I find as a treasure hunter. I will go through previous years like 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019, and I'll do a control F search like on Greece or Senegal or Sierra Leone or Togo or wherever I'm interested. And I may find like previously, oh gosh, who's this club? The club of Jamboa Doduna, you know, and they did a thing for like X-ray clinic with $400,000 in machinery in 2019. And then I'm looking and they finished it and finally has submitted their photos and the celebration day. And that was not until like 2023. So I'm kind of thinking like they're probably in the game, this club, to help again on something new, because they finished that 4 to 5 year odyssey. They might be open. And so then just by treasure hunting previous years, going all the way back to 2015, 2010, you know, and this is how yesterday in Ghana we found out, you know, who our governor is actually a Black lady, and the incoming governor is a Black lady. We put her names down and everything with our attorney, Janita Burke, and she's going to go now to meet with that governor, who is actually over a large couple of countries. But she also noticed like next year they're hosting a music concert with Rotary. And so, because she's into music, she went crazy. It's like, oh my gosh, they're hosting a music concert. It's like, Janita, you need to. So this is how we like a detective, we're finding out this information. And then she, of course, she's very smart, like you, Alf. You're dealing with satellites all day long with NASA and the Europeans.
As a side issue.
Yeah. And so when it comes to writing in English and submitting a proper package of a community assessment, the feasibility study, you know, how much cash she wants, she knows she can't get more than 400,000 each time. But there's nothing wrong with writing 3 grants per year. You know, it's just writing in the English is all it is. And so this is how these people like Uganda, I know everybody noticed like, oh my gosh, Uganda. Well, somebody is living there, is writing all of these grants in English. And when they exhaust one club, they'll go find like 3 or 4 other clubs and tell them, I have to have 2 clubs each time to do this. I need another one here in Uganda. And feel free to change that name to Senegal, to Morocco, to, we have 46,000 clubs. So we know we can find the clubs to do several grants at 400 grand per year, you know? And after about 10 years, when you've done say 30 grants and the cumulative effect is 20, 30, you know, $1 million, it adds up.
Yep.
It adds up. And maybe you throw a USAID in here or there for like 50 million because they're so impressed. You know,
Janita has something to say. Janita, over to you.
Janita is our Africa chairperson. Janita, let it rip, because you're in Ghana, and Janita, you're meeting Alf.
Well, yes, good afternoon. I just wanted to make sure I had an opportunity to say good afternoon to Alf. And
he's a scientist, and he loves Ghana.
Wonderful. I'm not a scientist, but I also love Ghana, so would love to meet you, Alf, and connect and see. I think did you say that you were, it sounded like you said you were speaking to some children, or you were doing something with young people.
I was invited to Ghana to come and do an outreach to the youth in Ghana in the Black Star Square as a national thing back in October last month. So I was there for 2 weeks teaching them on various aspects from solar panels to integrity, so and everything in between. So, and how to farm using technology, how to fish using technology, because I'm setting up a project to basically get the fishermen to go to use technology, give them a 10-day forecast of where and when to fish and what kind of fish they can get, and then do something what I call end-to-end, fish to table, from the actual going to the fish, catching the fish, to bringing the fish to the shore, selling it to whoever wants to selling it, storing it, processing it, and then selling it back to the people who want to eat it. And the same with the seeds, from growing the seeds to the crop, harvesting the crop, and everything in between. So I'm working on at least those two projects using satellite technology, called Seed to Table and Fish to Table. And basically, they are within the Sustainable Development Goals of the UN. I believe when I wrote my project form, we had 14 of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals in both projects. So it's a whole encompassing thing. One of the reasons I'm sort of not fully out there yet is because I need people with integrity. I need to train people in how to do it. I need apps, I need processes in place so that it's actually achievable. Because if you go and put it on the ground right now, I don't think we'll see anything. I have seen government policies that are, I think it was farming for jobs or food for jobs or something like that. And they spent $600 million and they haven't even registered the farmers with $600 million. So I'm sorry, but I'm more cautious and I like to put stuff in place. I deal with, or I used to deal with 3.2 gigabytes of data, terabytes of data every day, which had to be stored and processed, and gives you your climate change data, gives you your weather data. I mean, we were telling you where that Hurricane Katrina would go up the west coast or the east coast of Florida. I mean, that's the kind of data I deal with, and that's the amount of data that we deal with in terms of processing stuff. So when it comes to knowing this kind of things, I'm a bit cautious of just putting the project out there because, yes, it's going to be good. I want to make sure that at least most of the cogs are in place in order to do it. Otherwise, it'll just be a flash in the pan, and I'll just be talking for no apparent reason. I've completed an MIT course in what you call it quite recently, the middle of this year, AI, applied data sciences. So I can literally ruffle through the data rapidly and get the information I want. And on top of that, which is probably a project I might bring to you guys or us guys when I join. And that is, when I was doing my course at MIT, I wrote a model that you could use to detect malaria using AI. Now, 50% of the planet is susceptible to malaria, which is, I mean, it blew my mind considering I spent a lot of time in Africa. I didn't realize 50% of the planet, so that's 4 billion people, are susceptible to malaria. And and it's the malaria parasite stays in your blood for up to about 1 year, which is another thing that I didn't know. And then on top of that, I was speaking to one of the directors of the research facility in northern Ghana, Patrick Ansa, who is telling me that, and they're doing the development for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for the vaccines for malaria, that they can only get 50% accuracy in determination of whether you have or have not malaria. The model that I've written personally for my MIT project, I can get you up to 98.1% accuracy in determining whether your cells have got malaria or not. So I'm working on an app that I can develop and put out there on mobile phones, edge technology, stuff like that. So I'm juggling a lot of balls at the moment. So if I'm not forthcoming in doing, a lot of things and you don't hear from me for some reason, you will know that I'm busy doing something.
You were busy trying to save the
Also,
world.
yeah, you're doing some great things. That's exciting. Actually, I've got some. In addition to the work that I do in Ghana, I certainly have some countries men and women who were there. And one of my countrywomen was just named one of the Ghana's 100 most influential women. She's been there for many years in the healthcare and aviation sectors. Has been really instrumental in helping a number of people. So certainly would love to be able to connect you with with her and with others who are doing tremendous work in Ghana, and certainly would love to meet you myself. One of the things that I like to do for the school and orphans and the community of Provo Adamase is to give them a business. And in the eastern region, mangoes are very populous, and mangoes are enjoyed all around the world. So certainly, satellite technology and helping them to be very efficient and having a business and providing that to various consumers within Ghana and outside of Ghana would be very helpful. So would love to connect.
Absolutely, Janita. That shouldn't be a problem, because the end to end, once the mangoes are grown, a lot of them will go to waste because they don't have an end buyer. They need to be plucked slightly just before they're ripened, and then stored and packaged and then sent to wherever they need to go. Some of that will be processed into juice. Some of it will be processed for various things. And yes, it all needs to be, put in a process procedure such that you get the maximum return on any investment that one makes in it. But there was another thing that I understand you're into music. I should introduce you once you're in Ghana to somebody called George Francois, Professor George Francois. He was in America for some time, but he's a virtuoso. I went to school with him. I spent 5 years in boarding house with him. He's a virtuoso on the piano, and he's got some serious music skills. He's in Ghana, by the way.
Awesome. Would love to meet him. I'm really just getting ready to embark on a music project, in Ghana, and I think the genres that I get are quite wide. So yes, would definitely love to connect with him. Then I'm next there, which will either be in February or June, but over. So yeah, and start a conversation prior to that, because of course I don't need to be in Ghana to speak to him. I can start right now. So yeah,
Absolutely.
so let me hopefully Marty or Al, are your details in the chat?
No, Marty's got my details.
Okay.
Yeah, I have his information. I'll put it into the
You can give it to
Rotary.
me, or you can give Alf mine. I don't know how open you are to share.
Yeah, I did want to mention to Alf, you'll notice when you're on our site, on the bottom of every page, Alf, is our sponsors. And so that's a benefit of membership as well. For $3.75 per week, you get to associate yourself with the most prestigious 118-year-old organization. In Africa, we've been open over 100 years. And down on there, you'll notice Janita's logo and link. She actually owns Kairos. It's right there. So you'll see KAIROS 12 Kairos, or I'm sorry, 22 Kairos 22. And if you click on that and head on in there, Alf, it'll take you into Kairos. And so this is what her page looks like. And so she does do all the music and whatnot, and recently was recording a lot of the singing in Ghana. It was just beautiful with the kids. And so she's really picked up a lot of stuff at full speed. And this was what. So I'll just say she loves music, and this here was all about Jesus as the champion every day. Of course, Rotary is non-sectarian. We love all of our faith groups in our club. And we have many, let me tell you, we have many. But in this case, she really has been doing some wonderful things. And when we found out there was a concert coming up hosted by the district governor, that was just really cool to see. But this is her big thing here, Alf, Kairos 22.
Yeah, I got it. Oh no. Oh, okay. You can only click on the link if you're a member. Okay.
No, you can go into our website and click and go in and get any sponsors information you want. And I'm gonna.
No. I would beg to differ. I've just done that.
You were on our website here.
I was on your website right there where you had the list, and I clicked on it, and it gave me a form to fill.
Oh, you clicked on the Kairos 22?
No, I clicked on Janita.
Oh, Janita, where? Oh no, you clicked on her face. Okay, yes, like right there, her face, the Africa Service Chair. Yeah, if you click on that, it does give you a form to contact the person.
Okay.
And you can email them, and that'll go straight to her email.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but just so you know, she owns Kairos 22.
Okay.
She is an attorney, but she loves music, and she's also a missionary. And what I hope to do on this page for her is, I've got a hot link here, Janita K. Burke Esquire, to the orphanage outside of Accra, Ghana, but she's working on sending me some photos and maybe even the orphanage's website so we can build number 6 out here even bigger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Alf, I put in the link, the YouTube for Kairos. I put in the chat. If you want to.
I'm jumping from one screen to another. So
It's okay. We're gonna be wrapping it up in just another minute. We're definitely on OT here.
That's everything I have for you today, Patty. I mean, this was great.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
One Ghanaian scientist could meet a Ghanaian attorney who's a missionary, and Alf is working on solar, and Janita's there at the orphanage. Janita, what is the full name, the legal name of the orphanage again? His Majesty's?
Yeah, His Majesty's Happy Home and School Center. And it's in Krobo, Adamase, which is in the eastern region now. I don't know if you've been out that far. Somonia.
I know where you are. Somonia.
Okay.
I know where you are. Krobo, Adamase. I know where you are.
Yeah. Okay.
I spent my secondary school and university in Ghana, so I was there for about 10 years.
Oh,
and I know actually 13 years. 2009, about 13 years. So yeah.
And I just did your guys' introduction in the WhatsApp Rotary International Friends and Helper group, and I tagged both of your contact information so you guys can link. We're looking to put money into Ghana more than just the battered women's shelter for $73,000 and all the projects that we have done with Kiva, millions of dollars. We're looking to put money specifically, Alf, into this orphanage that is being shepherded by missionary and Africa chairperson Janita K. Burke.
Okay. Thanks for the link up.
You got it, guys. Thank you so much, Alf.
All right, and I hope you come to our next meeting. And also, there is a link if you're interested to present, because you're doing great things. So if you want to be a presenter, you just have to submit your information to the email provided. It's in the menu also, become a speaker. And then if you read on, you'll see the email to send your information to be a speaker as well. Even if you become a member, like Chuck is a new member and he just presented. And then it's recorded, it's saved on YouTube. Sometimes we go live across the world. So I welcome you to that too. And I hope to see you as a member. That would be great. Under my presidency, which ends July 1st.
I'm sure it'll happen before then. And then we can link up with the guys in Accra as well, and the guys in Ghana. So yeah, I'll touch base with Janita.
You know where to find us. You know.
Yeah, we are the lowest price club in the world. We are the lowest price club in the world, Alf. I think as the problem, like in Germany and Ireland and Scotland and Wales and England and everywhere you go, and Italy and Japan. What I'm told is, even the Las Vegas club yesterday, K. Doc Silly mentioned they were paying $300 per quarter. Ours is $15 per month. We know that we're the lowest price club in the world out of 46,000 clubs. We're not really into money and loading up our club. We're into doing good things on earth. So the focus is not on money. But you will receive your full color magazine at your house there in Germany every month. It's pretty thick. It's very well done, on the par of Gentleman's Quarterly or Cosmopolitan. Very well done. And you'll have full voting rights. And then we do the links with your logos and stuff. And we have our training center, which currently has over 1,400 classes online. And that includes Toastmasters International, is already paid for. But a lot of people like to get certificates and graduate from things. And I'm talking with right now, in fact, one of our farmers in Ghana, Amwi Kwe. I'm trying to talk him into moving his whole farm to Janita's orphanage, because he's been struggling to qualify for a Kiva loan and figure out like more of an organized family like Janita and yourself and Prince Kojo Hilton might be able to provide there in Ghana. He's been struggling with his cocoa farm, and he needs more and more assistance to where he can work together. And so I'm also trying to get Prince Kojo Hilton involved more with the Ghana team. And I think the benefit of our club, in closing, and then I'll shut up, Alf, is get to the point. I think the benefit of our club is we're more of a world club instead of like just going to a German club that is in Kaiserslautern.
Yeah,
and the focus is only on the community and what they're doing there in K-Town only. We're more of a world club, bringing in people from all over the globe together to be effective.
Which fits with my global citizenship. But you just mentioned cocoa there. What is this? Maybe I should take this offline with you, because I'm also a good friend of, well, I'm a good friend of his, he's a good friend of mine, of Ohini Cocoa, who replanted his whole cocoa farms, and he's one of the top leading cocoa farmers in the country in Ghana. And got the best cocoa, the best, he's got water that's not contaminated. He's got, award-winning bean pods and all the rest of it. So maybe I could even get him your friend some help in terms of what he's doing or what he's not doing. I mean, you can't just move a cocoa farm. You need it is where it is. Once you plant the cocoa, you've got like 3 years waiting till the seeds come up and it grows into something that's sustainable. So it's not as simple as just like, growing tomatoes or corn or something like that. So anyway, Patty, my apologies.
Yeah. No, this was wonderful. Again, I welcome you to continue the conversation. Come to our all our meetings. Become a member. But I'm glad for the collaboration. I'm glad for the discovery. This is being recorded. It will be on YouTube on our channel. So I think we're good to end on this note. So I could just close out the meeting, but certainly thrilled that you joined us today. And I thought I recognized you without your face. I thought I recognized, I'm like, is that Alf? I'm glad you came on screen and thankful that you joined us for the meeting today. Anyway, Marty, any closing remarks?
No, I'm just thankful also because I'm telling Amwi right now, he's thinking about doing a streaming program about empowering women through regenerative agriculture there in Ghana. And he's still trying to apply to Kiva and get approved and figure out this whole nutshell and how to crack it. He's a strong young man in Ghana that wants to do good things. And that all of these people, they all face significant headwinds and struggles to becoming a success. And really all they want to do is put a loaf of bread on the table, survive, and have a good life and do good things in the world. They don't want to join Al-Qaeda. They don't want to be weaponized. They don't want to become a member of ISIL or any other stuff. We speak about this all the time at Complete Farmer in Ghana and True Moringa in Ghana, where we have had massive successes with the largest solar field in all of West Africa history at True Moringa, and recently just planting a brand new 1 million moringa trees. We know how to be successful, and we want to spread this further.
Well, we're going to be wrapping it up. We do have somebody who joined us on Rotary Club, but we're in overtime and we're just about to wrap it up. Thank you so much, Mr. Beatty, for joining us. You caught the tail end of the conversation, but definitely check out the replays, which are available here on Clubhouse, and also it will be posted soon on our YouTube Rotary Global Impact page channel. Again, Janita, anybody else closing remarks before we end it here?
Yeah, like me, Sharif Umar, I will be in contact soon with the local club of Rotary in Africa and in Senegal, Dakar, right here. I will try to do my best to meet them, and I know it's like the global, like I'm very happy and very satisfied about the initiative of the global board. And soon we will meet together again, inshallah. I will thanks for everything and peace for everyone. Very lovely, like everybody. I will set up.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Patty. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm going to stop recording.